Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to use the webcam audio tonight. You should be able to hear me now. All right, let's try that. Let's try that. All right, while I'm waiting to hear if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Well, then we'll just go with the webcam microphone for tonight. We'll just do it that way. Yeah. When I get on here a minute or so early, and I'm asking if you can hear me, uh, that would be if you guys can let me know that at that point, then I'll know that something's up. And I don't know why I'm having all these troubles here with the mic. I just don't know. I'm not very technically talented, so. But anyways, it seems to be running now, so that's good. Tonight, let's see. Tonight, I want to thank Stream TV. I want to make sure I thank CBTV Horror Network and the Paranormal Warehouse. And you can find the CBTV or Chop Block TV Horror Network at butchermedia.com. That's butchermedia.com. And Paranormal Warehouse, of course, paranormalwarehouse.com. So I want to thank those guys for their support. Now, tonight's schedule is. All right. Coming right up here. At 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Killer Shrews. Now, that was the live one we had just not too long ago. Well, it was back in May, but it was earlier this year, back in May. The last live one we did before I started working on the haunted house. And then, my guest, at 11 p.m. for Chiller Chat is Jim Crut. Jim was the helicopter zombie from Dawn of the Dead. And 11:30, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is House on Haunted Hill. That was the last week's feature episode. It was a new episode last week. 1:30, Chiller Chat. My guest is Phil Wilson. That was also a brand new episode last week. And Phil, of course, has worked on the Creepshow movies and the new Creepshow series on Shudder TV. So that was very, very cool. And again, at 2 o'clock, Chiller Night Theater, the movie is The Killer Shrews. All right. Glam says everything sounds good now. Okay, yeah, I switched it over to the webcam microphone, so we should be good. Now, I will say this. Right off the bat, Ava says, very exciting interview. That was a really good interview. I very much enjoyed that. It was so cool to see and to see the actual animation cells used in the Creepshow movies. So that was really cool. What was I going to say? Oh, if you are on a different channel on Facebook watching this, it doesn't apply to YouTube, but if you're on a different channel or a different page watching this on Facebook, unless you're on the Chiller Night Theater Facebook page, I will not be able to see your comments and respond to those. I can only see those. I can only interact with you if you're on the Chiller Night Theater Facebook page. Again, like I said last week, there might be a way for me to do that. I, however, am unaware of how to do that, or even if there is a way. So just letting you know, because if you're on a different station or a different page trying to do that, writing to me and I'm not responding, just understand I don't know that you're trying to communicate with me. So just my little disclaimer was, and Ava says, was YouTube YouTube working? She wrote YouTube at first. Yeah, YouTube. And also, Ava, just to let you know, that audio is messing me up a little bit from out there. I can hear an echo. So, just letting you know. All right. All right. Now, the schedule, we went over the schedule. seems like we're a little shy on folks here tonight. Wonder where our regular crew is. All right, but anyways, that's going to be a really good set of shows coming up tonight at 9 p.m. Now, if you're new to this, if you're new to the Chiller Night live pre-show, like I said, what I do here is we talk about I mentioned the schedule coming up at 9, and normally we just sit and talk about anything horror or science fiction or paranormal related. Talk about the shows coming up. I've mentioned my guest coming up at tonight. Let me pull up a picture here. This was myself with Phil Wilson. We taped this a couple weeks ago at the Oil City, Pennsylvania Stream TV studio, and that was really cool. You can see us holding the animation cells. Those are cells that he worked on, the illustrator, some of the animation work for Creepshow and Creepshow 2, and of course the new Shudder Creepshow series on the Shudder channel. And that was spearheaded by Greg Nicotero, who, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, you certainly know who that is. One of the executive producers for the show, as well as a director for many of the episodes. And then Ava said, "It's a holiday weekend plus first day of Buck." Yes, that's true. I know there's probably a lot going on for a lot of people, so kind of a slow week. So we'll be on here for a little bit. I don't know if we'll do the whole hour, but what we will do, let's see. Thursday, we did not have a watch party Thursday because it was Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. And here's another thing. This is kind of cool, everybody. We had the T-shirts, the Chiller Night T-shirts. I put this up last week. I didn't know this, but if you get on there, you can actually order hoodies and pillows and coffee mugs and stuff like that. So if you don't know where to go, you can go to. Let me post this in the comments here. Copy, post. Right there, that link right there is to the store, the Chiller Night Theater. Go to this website, chillernighttheater.com, and go to the store. So, and Ava got hers in today. She ordered a pink one, so she just got that in today. So that's pretty neat. They have different color shirts. So if you want a T-shirt, by golly, you just go there and get one. So, but that's pretty neat. I didn't know that they had hoodies and long sleeve tees and sweatshirts and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Anybody? Okay. And I've been talking about this. I've been mentioning this. The Mandalorian. I don't know if anybody out there is watching this series, but it is like super cool. I have some renewed faith in Star Wars and the future of Star Wars, not because of the movies, but because of this series here, The Mandalorian. Very well done series. I'm very happy with that. And if you have Disney Plus, if you don't have Disney Plus, then you need that to watch The Mandalorian. But it is a really well done show. It is. It's not. I know it kind of looks like Boba Fett or Jango Fett from the Star Wars movies. It is not. It is just a separate, whole new character, a brand new character. But one of the weird things is this little guy here, this Baby Yoda. Everyone's calling it Baby Yoda for lack of not really knowing what it is. It's obviously a force using creature. We don't want to say too much though, because many of you may not. I'm putting this up here, this image, because I think it's pretty safe to put this up here now without too many spoilers, because it's all over the internet, this Baby Yoda image. So without saying too much about it, it is it's a neat little addition to the show. I wish I could talk about it more in depth, but I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen the show yet. So, but it's a really well done series. If any of you, I don't know if you're a Star Wars fan. Did you used to be a Star Wars fan before the recent set of movies? I don't know. But if you didn't like the direction that the movies were steering in, like myself, uh, I recommend maybe you try this show out here because it is pretty good. It's a very good show. Glam Fang says they have a great selection of items and shirt colors, but had to go with black. It's classic and shows cat hair so well. Well, that's where you need a black cat, you know. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm going to. I have one, not from. I didn't order it from these people. I ordered it from a local T-shirt guy, but I have one. I wore it. I think I wore it last week or the week before. But I should probably get another one. I'd like to get a Chiller Chat one too, but they don't have those at this time. At this time, I say. Let's see. Now, I don't know if anybody was. Okay, this is a sample, just a sample clip of me doing the Chiller Night live shows. Um, I will be doing those. I put a vote out for people Tuesday or Wednesdays. Most everybody, I mean, more people voted on Tuesday, so I'm not going to start these up until January. But then in January, I'd like to do these maybe on a weekly basis. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Nothing's set in stone right now, other than me just having an idea and kind of running with it. But if so, I'll see. I can get out new episodes a lot more frequently if I do them live, because otherwise I live 30 plus miles away from the TV station, and it's kind of harder to get people up there to do the shows one on one as I'm sitting there in the studio. So we'll see, But we're going to be doing that. We're going to be having brand new episodes of Chiller Night Theater coming up. Probably going to be starting to tape those in January, I would imagine. After the summer with the haunted house and everything that I did, and actually even as of last night, I'm still tearing that thing down to get the pavilion ready for light up night tonight over in the community park. After all of that, I am just, I'm kind of exhausted, I'm kind of wore out, with a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to, I guess I can take that. But I think I'm just going to take December, relax, and enjoy the holidays with my family, and still be doing this every Saturday night. As long as we get more people. This is a pretty low attended show tonight, but like you guys said, it's a holiday weekend, so there's probably a lot of people who are not with us now who normally are. But that's okay. Yeah, we might have some hunters out who are out today and are probably just exhausted right now. So, but anyways, that's it's nice to be back doing the Chiller Night Live pre-show, just because, I took from July until the end of October, or no, just a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, we started to back up. So good to be back. Anyways, let's see if we have any more chats. Nope. All right, so Glam Fangs is going to get a black T-shirt. Okay. Hey, if you guys are out there, and if you do happen to get a T-shirt, take a picture, send it in of you wearing it or holding it or something. So if you want to, if not, that's it's not a requirement, to purchase it. But if you want to, I'll certainly be happy to, post your picture here with it on. So. All right. So, anybody have any great things that you did over the weekend with Thanksgiving? Do tell, do tell. We just kept it nice and simple and homey, and stayed here at the house, and just enjoyed the dinner, and probably like you, probably ate a little too much, and seems to go that way. But let's see. Tuesday. Okay, we talked about Tuesday nights. Is Tuesday night a good night for you folks? Is it? I mean, I could probably make that happen, and then that gives me enough time to probably turn that around into a TV episode. I could probably make the necessary edits on that and get it shipped off. So, and then Glam says if folks were out shopping, they are braver than me. Did that Black Friday thing once and still recovering years later. Oh yeah, I know. Ava goes out there and braves the not only the elements but the craziness of the shoppers. I don't know. I don't leave the house. I don't leave the house. I'm very well content with staying. Well, actually, I did leave the house. I had to go tear a pavilion apart. Let me tell you what happened. If you're not aware, if you haven't seen my posts, um, you know, uh, just still, I was tearing down this haunted house. And last Wednesday night, when we had the high winds in northwest Pennsylvania, very, very strong high winds, gusts up to like 50 mile per hour. I was in there, went to the pavilion after I finished up at work. I went in there and I saw, as I was driving to it, I saw that a good portion of the wall had fallen in. I thought, oh no. So I got there. I'm trying to move these panels, and the wind is just blowing like crazy. So it actually wasn't even safe to be in there at that point. So I left. I was thinking, okay, this is Wednesday night. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I'll just come back. I'm not going to come up here on Thanksgiving. I'm going to enjoy that day with my family, and then I'll come back up here on Friday after I get off work. Well, when I did that, I went up there and I saw like more walls, like the entire front end had just totally collapsed from the winds, and it created a lot of damage to, not to the pavilion or anything, but to my walls, my wall panels. So, but anyways, like last night, I was working on that right after work. I got off work at 4. I went over there and I was working. I was there until after 9 o'clock at night, just trying to get everything cleaned up and hauled over and stored away for the winter. So from July until last night, and I still got a little bit more to do, I've been working nonstop on this thing, this whole haunted house thing. I'm so ready to just be thinking about Christmas and New Year's and put that all behind me. So Ava says, I'm addicted to reduced prices. Yeah, she does. She finds the deals, I'll tell you. So better her than me. Oh, no. That's okay. She can have it. But I was kind of wore out with this haunted house, and there were many nights, many nights where I appreciate the nights that people came over to help. That was great. The mayor of the borough, he came over many nights. He and his wife helped out on many nights, and then but there were many nights that I was there just by myself working, and a lot of that wore me out. I'm just simply, quite honestly, I'm just wore out, setting up and tearing down both. So it just I'm still very sore. It took its toll, folks. It really did. It really took its toll. So I'm just going to take a nice physical and mental break from all of it. So that's how that's going to go. And let's see. Well, all right. Looks like Leroy's with us. So, did you do any? Or I guess I don't know. Everybody have a good week. Like I said, we had a good week. And tonight we're gonna have a good Saturday night. It's what's strange about this. It's it's a lot. It's a lot of fun when I'm here and we're bouncing off of each other. Um, and sometimes I could do a whole show with just me talking. And I've been trying to actually incorporate the readers a lot more into the show. So we do that anyways. But um, I remember when I first started doing this show, when I was first getting ready to do this show, I should say, I was sitting there like, how in the world am I going to talk for 5 minutes? And then before you know it, an hour's done. Now today it's going on 8:24. I'm actually going to we're going to go. I'm going to show the schedule one more time, and then we're going to go ahead and probably cut the show a little short because I think you're right. I think it is a busy weekend for folks, and we've shown the schedule. I talked about that Mandalorian show. Oh, before I do that though. Before I do that, I was telling you about the T-shirts. Another thing you can do if you go to that link I posted. Glamfang said, "Sorry, I missed the haunted house, but sure it was well worth going. But got my sights set on Grossfest 2020. Oh yeah, that's right. That'll be coming up, and that's the neat thing about that. That's a couple days worth. That's like a 2-day event this coming July. That'll be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that. Um, that was fun last year. Now, if you go to the Chiller Night Theater, if you go to that store, same one to get the T-shirts. I've also got pictures. If you want to get a photograph of the characters, um, there's Jack Shadow, of course, the host of Chiller Night Theater, and Aura the Witch, and we have El Von Nar, and then we have a group photo of Jack and Aura and El together there. So if you want those pictures there, if you want those, and even if you want the characters to sign their names on those as well, we can certainly do that. And I don't have a price yet for those. That was the last thing. I was putting that together, I think, last night or the night before, and I just didn't have time to really include that yet. So I have a thing. Just contact me if you're interested in that. We can get that established. So. But I wanted to throw that in there real quick. Now another thing is I'm going to throw this schedule up here again one more time. All right, 9 p.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Killer Shrews. That was our live show that we did back in May. I think it was May. And at 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Jim Crut. He was the helicopter zombie on Dawn of the Dead. 11:30, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is House on Haunted Hill. That was a new episode from last Saturday night. And 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Phil Wilson, and he of course is an illustrator, artist in the Pittsburgh area, and he was a guest on the show, the feature episode of last week. And he'll be talking about his work on Creep Show. And then at 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater, the feature movie is The Killer Shrews. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. All right. So we hope you had a good week. Hope you have a good Saturday night. And probably going to cut this a little short, because it doesn't seem like there's too many folks out there watching. I think we got about 3. So you go off and enjoy your night, and we will do the same. And thanks for joining us tonight. Have a good night. Have a good chiller night. We will see you next week.